Well, Coach, a weekend similar to weekends past. As you look back at the weekend, positives you can pull out of last weekend?
Well, we ran into a really hot Southwest team. They're 15 for 31 from the three-point line. I have a lot of respect for University of Mary, and Mary also got swept. So, and like I said, Mary's really good, especially at home. Great team. So that tells you, the quality of opponents we played. Southwest State, I think people look at their record and, they're not ever. They're really good, and they create problems with their just driving and shooting the threes, and so it's kind of a nightmare matchup for us this past weekend. But we're still trying to stay positive in that the two teams we're trying to chase. 4 of our last 10 games are the two teams we're chasing, Bemidji and Crookston. So again, our goal is to get the 6th seed, so we haven't lost focus of that.
What's the first kind of sign you need to see that things are starting to turn around?
Well, we've seen glimpses of it on Saturdays before, like go back a Saturday to Duluth. I thought that was a great game. Duluth's #1. They're on top right now with only 1 loss on the year. And we had a 3-point lead with 20 seconds to go. So I thought that, so we show glimpses. Can we put it all together? Can we pull a full 40? I thought we did a nice job, against Duluth. And we need to see that type of effort again this coming weekend. It's on the road, which is never easy in the Northern Sun, but it's a huge weekend for us.
How about as you look at your score? I know you'd like to get more that balance and more up to help out a little bit. Is there still that possibility? I know it kind of switched from game to game last
It
year.
is, and that's, if we could get consistency, like one game, Callie Delsman was so good. She had 17 points, 15 rebounds, and was so good. The next game, Bethany, on one of our posts usually, so I'd like to get that consistency. So it's just not Mariah Payne, who else is going to be there consistently in double digit scoring? Is it going to be Bethany? Is it going to be Callie? Is it going to be one of the posts, and we need more. We just can't have one of the 3 or 4 options. We need to have a few of them step up and, like I said, take some pressure off Mariah.
You mentioned Bethany Theodore. Her scoring, like you said, again, hasn't been like as good as you wanted it to be. But can you talk about her growth throughout the year? She seems to have really settled into her role lately.
I think sometimes Bethany doesn't use her quickness to our advantage. She's extremely quick, the quickest player on the team, and we've kind of, sometimes she crosses over. Now she's got her girl beat, and she's attacking the rim, and she's thinking pass first. And so, matter of fact, we put in a few more sets just for Bethany to utilize her quickness and her ability to get to the rim. But I'd rather see Bethany score first and then pass second. And there's times like you go back to the Duluth game, Mariah tried to attack, and then she passed it to Bethany, and Bethany then took over, in our last 12 and a half seconds. And, I wish Bethany would have maybe went in and tried to create contact and, about 5 feet away. And so that's our goal with Bethany, is to get her a little more aggressive offensively and score rather than drive and pitch. And because she's got a great little runner. She can get to the rim. And great crossover. I think she's extremely hard to guard one-on-one. So we're just trying to get, utilize Beth's strengths and get her to, I think, just mentally score more.
With your offense and kind of the play calling, how much of your focus is just trying to get more balanced scoring on what you call instead of just saying, hey, get the ball to Mariah?
Yeah, and
make something happen?
that's a problem we addressed. I can't remember what halftime it was, but I put the word motion up on the board, and we talked about motion means movement. We're not getting the movement, so that was the thing we worked on in practice this week. But also, I said too often what we do is we just throw the ball to Mariah, we just all get out of the way, and we ball screen. I said that's got to come to an end. That's just, there's no sign of coaching when you just do that. So in our offensive calls, we don't really have a ton of things from Mariah. We just have a lot of, certain sets, and Mariah, of course, is the focal point of a few of them, but not all of them by any means. And we're just trying to get a lot of players involved. We got a few plays called for Callie Delsman, some pick and pop action for like Haley. Haley's a great shooter from 15, so we've got some of that action too. So, we try to mix it up, but what we're trying to stay away from is just throw the ball to Mariah, everyone get out of the way, and just ball screen. And just nothing good ever seems to come out of that.
Why do you think you've been giving up big first quarters?
If I knew that, like I said, that's what I tried was, well, we're not going to give up a big quarter again. We're going to triangle 2 and take their 2 shooters away. Backfired. So if I knew, I obviously tried something, but I don't know the answer to that. And then we dig it. How when you get behind big, then it takes so much energy to come back. And boy, it takes a lot. So, I mean, that's why we need a good start, good first quarter, nice even battle. Then I like our chances.
All right.
Great.